Hey, I'm back. Okay, look at this. Breaking news. This is on that same website I was telling you about. This is a good site. I'm telling you, I believe these people tell the truth. I believe they have the interest of the American people, and you got to look for alternative news sources, man. I'm not joking you. I mean, yeah. Sometimes I watch Fox Business every now and then, just to watch the mood and the propaganda is the only way I know to put it, that they're told to put out. One lady said, and that other guy, Eric Bolin, I can't stand that son of a gun. I'll tell you what, But anyway, let me get off of that. Well, the market's looking good, despite the bailout was not passed. The market's reacting, it's a positive day. Man, give me a flipping break. You need to go home and sew something, lady, for your kids or something if you got any. I mean, give me a break. Either get up there and have some guts and tell the truth of where this market's at, where the American people are at, what the American people are facing, and where we ought to be going. Patriots out here making these videos are telling the American people where this place is headed. We're not getting paid hundreds of thousands of dollars to sit up there and try to look half good and tell a bunch of lies, but we're taking our own time, with our own effort, with our own money, doing our own investigating, so that we can save a republic that these people on these media outlets don't give a rat's behind if it goes in the tank. If they did, they'd come out and tell the truth because they know the truth, but they can't tell it because they'll lose their cotton-picking job. Now, that's got that in a nutshell. But anyway, back to this ProPublica. Listen to this. You remember I was telling you, the Treasury Secretary won't disclose the $700 billion, which I told you it was 2 to 3 to 4 trillion. Fed refuses to disclose recipients of $2 trillion. Breaking news, Bloomberg. You get what I'm saying? Okay? Federal Reserve refused a request by Bloomberg News to disclose the recipients of more than $2 trillion of emergency loans, taxpayer money. Bloomberg has filed a lawsuit under the Freedom of Information Act requesting, when I mentioned that earlier on another video, I didn't want somebody to come back and say, no, that ain't real, he's just scaring people. I'm telling you right now, do some research and look it up, it's the truth. When Bloomberg goes to suing, wanting to know where the money's at, buddy, it's getting bad, okay? Now, listen to this. The Fed responded December 8th saying it's allowed to withhold internal memos as well as information about trade secrets and commercial information. The institution confirmed the record search found 231 pages of documents pertaining to some of the requests. If they told us what they held, we'd know the potential losses that the government may take, and that's why they don't want us to know it. I'm going to read that statement again. I'm telling you, like Martin said, like I've been screaming for God knows how long in the public, since 2001, and God knows that I'm trying my best to make these YouTube videos to get them out there to American people. I'm telling you, I've looked at some of the amount of people looking at my videos, okay? Then I look at the demographics and the things, and it ain't adding up on YouTube neither. They're in the tank. YouTube and Google are in the tank with the government too, and I'm about sick to death of that garbage too. But let me read this statement again of what they said. If they told us what they held, we would know the potential losses that the government will take, and that's why they don't want us to know. Carlos Mendez, a senior managing director at the New York-based ICP Capital, LLC. He oversees $22 billion in assets. That was his statement about the Federal Reserve and the Treasury. See, the Fed stepped into a rescue role. That was the original purpose of the $700 billion, watch, Troubled Asset Relief Program. Now, let me roll this down. Y'all bear with me. Okay, total Fed lending exceeded $2 trillion in November the 6th. It rose by 138% in 12 weeks since they asked Congress to pass it. Are you hearing me? Congress should have never passed this, my friend. Now listen, Congress is demanding for more transparency from the Fed and Treasury on the bailout. Most recently, on the hearings by the House Financial Services Committee, Representative Dave Scott from Georgia said, Americans have been bamboozled. You gotta laugh or you're gonna cry, man. It ain't funny, but I got news for you. The man just made a correct statement. David Scott made a correct statement. The Americans have been bamboozled. Or, what they called this man's 50 billion Ponzi scheme, the American people, or not, excuse me, I'm going to take that back. Not the American people have been bamboozled. The stupid Congress and Senate have, because they the one voted for the bailout, not us. They are the idiots, not us. We knew what was coming, and we knew we didn't want it. We don't want the GM and Chrysler, and, well, it's GM Chrysler now. Ford don't want the money. The American people don't want that bailout. Okay? We need to let this thing correct itself so that we can rebuild on something that is tangible in assets, not commercial paper, not derivatives, not computer digits that say this is how much is here. Okay? My God, I can go take a old checkbook of mine. I don't have any bank accounts anymore. But I can write in my deposit slip $20 million on a piece of paper, on a deposit slip, and say I got it, and say go show my wife, hey man, we got $20 million. But in all reality, we ain't got nothing. That's what they've done with these computer digits. They built this system up to dial to 14,000 when in all reality it was never there to start with. Do you understand me? And then the walls came crumbling down. As old John Mellencamp used to sing, I remember I used to listen to him a long time ago. The walls have come crumbling down. You understand me? The Ponzi scheme has been exposed, but some American people are too stupid, too dumb to realize that they have been fleeced, and now they don't want to admit the truth and come and join along with the Patriot movement to take this country back. I'm making a plea to you. Wake up! And it don't matter what Congress demands for more transparency, they're not going to get it because they gave the Fed and the Treasury carte blanche to do what they wanted to do. They should have never passed it. They should have never passed it. The only thing that's going to bring about the change with this mess is a revolution, my friend. A revolution in America is what's going to bring that change about. And God bless the people in Canada. They're going through the same kind of Ponzi scheme by what this joker just did. They don't reconvene till the 26th. It's all this stuff. You've got to put a puzzle together. My God, if it takes this, go down to Walmart or China Mart and buy you a little 25-piece puzzle that my 2-year-old can put together. Start putting it together till you get it. Then turn around and start putting this puzzle together. And you know who I'm talking to. If this don't relate to you, then fine. Laugh with me about it. But it really ain't funny. Let me move on. Okay. October the 25th, Bloomberg filed another request expanding the range. Collateral was posted. It filed a suit in November the 7th. In response to Bloomberg's request, the Fed said this. The U.S. is facing an unprecedented crisis in which loss in confidence and between financial institutions can occur with lightning speed, devastating effects. Unless you give us this money so we can give it to our buddies and we can screw the American people to death, we're not going to be happy. Is basically what it amounts to. We're facing this crisis, says Bernanke. Oh, and look at my beard, Bernanke says. Oh, it's so beautiful. Oh, yes, look at it. I have it trimmed every 2 hours. When I sit there with Paulson and laugh about how we stole all the American people's money in a bar, I even have somebody come up and shine my shoes, trim my beard at the same time. Yes, I have screwed the American people over, and I'm laughing about it all the way to the bank. Pathetic. He's pathetic. Is what he is. Alright, I'm going to shut this down because I'm about out of time. That's the biggest Ponzi scheme that's been took place. They just locked the guy up for $50 billion for doing the same thing that Bernanke, Paulson, Congress, and the Senate and the big wheel bankers of the New World Order have done to the American taxpayer. I got news for you. New World Order, we're not paying the crap back. It ain't going to happen. I'll be back with more videos. Death to the New World Order. I know that the Bring Back the Life Shockers are on Uncle Sam. But let's keep pumping them shockers and bring America back. I'll be back. God bless you.